Paintings can have supernatural powers if you imbue them with it.
What a fascinating video I just found, and I am incorporating into this video that you're about to watch now. So, the actors in that video that I'm about to play say some wild things. The actor portraying Jean-Michel Basquiat says Jean-Michel says he's trying to raise the dead.
I'm trying to raise the dead!
He says if he paints it right, he will raise the dead. He will bring him back to life.
If I paint it right, the right colors, the right symbols, the right magical properties, he'll recover.
They're using Michael Stewart's story. Michael Stewart was a black boy, young black man in New York who was beaten by New York City police officers, NYPD. He died. Subsequent to his injuries, he died. He succumbed to his injuries. And Jean-Michel identified with him so deeply, so much, he said, man, that could have been me. NYPD could have looked at me and said, man, we're gonna mess this black guy up. His life doesn't matter. And so Jean-Michel felt deeply about that and said, man, I need to paint this brother, hoping, as he says in the portrayal, to conjure his recovery. He says if he can paint him the right way, he will recover. He did not, he died. But the idea that his life was not in vain. Michael Stewart's life was not in vain, but Michael Stewart's life and legacy are, what is it? Commemorated? No, it's entombed? No. Enshrined? No. Preserved? Yes. But Michael Stewart's legacy is ensured by the work of Jean-Michel Basquiat. That's why I'm even speaking of this man right now. As I was trying to record this video, the song Face the World by Nipsey Hussle was playing on my playlist, so it was a nice synchronistic moment. Because Face the World is the one song by Nipsey Hussle in which Nipsey Hussle utters the name of any artist, any painter. There's no other song. Nipsey Hussle doesn't name any painter's name, but only Jean-Michel Basquiat's name in one song entitled Face the World. Notice my cell phone case has a design by Jean-Michel Basquiat. I am a fan of Basquiat. So, Nipsey Hussle utters one name, one artist name in all his career. It's Jean-Michel Basquiat. And Jean-Michel Basquiat paints a male figure in a painting in which the numbers 109 are in that painting. I found that painting. I noticed that Jean-Michel wrote 109 in the painting. I studied that painting, and it led me to the realization that the subject of that painting is Nipsey Hussle. And every word that Jean-Michel Basquiat wrote in that painting is related to Nipsey Hussle's life and death. And then what also is very surprising is that Nipsey Hussle's signature is on that painting. So if there was any doubt that Jean-Michel was painting Nipsey or anyone, or if you thought, oh, I'm just being creative, I'm just practicing wishful thinking, Larry saw something that looks like something else and he's imagining that it's related. No, look at the painting and tell me that you do not, or that you cannot make connections with Nipsey Hussle's life through the words that Jean-Michel wrote. I bet you cannot tell me that the words, that real life, that life and art don't mirror each other. And then the fact that the signature is there, that's the nail in the coffin. That's it right there. You can't tell me that that's not Nipsey's signature right there. It's deep, y'all. Boy, is it deep. Watch this scene. Everything that I'm expressing, everything that I'm saying is presented in the form of theatrics, a theatrical performance, to really tell you that Jean-Michel was conjuring spirits through his artwork. I see it. I know it to be true because I found that work of art by Basquiat of Nipsey Hussle. And what's even more fascinating is that that painting was created 3 years before Nipsey was even born. Whew. So the conjuring of spirits, the conjuring is deep. The symbology in Basquiat's artwork is unmistakable. It's intentional. And then where does that intention come from? Where does it an outgrowth of? Jean-Michel Basquiat's DNA. Kendrick said, it's in my DNA. It was in Basquiat's DNA. His blood traces back to Puerto Rico, the Puerto Ricans, and to Haiti, and the voodoo hoodoo that can also be traced back to Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. It's deep, y'all. It's deep, it's beautiful. When you check it out, when you look at it, when you study it, it just deepens, it furthers your conviction, intention, your reality, your sense of the continuity of life. The spirit. What you get in that painting is a flash of the spirit, and the spirit is eternal. So the spirit working through Basquiat, worked through Nip, has to be working through me. And these numbers, 10-9, and that's that God spirit. Because 10:9 is a reference to Romans 10:9. If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. It is the spirit. And I just learned the other day, last week or so, Yahweh is not pronounced as I just uttered it. It's pronounced as Yahweh. Yahweh. That's the sound you make when you breathe. When you take a breath. And what is breath but the spirit? Whew. Peace and blessings. Watch this video. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Nipsey Hussle utters one name, one artist name in all his career. It's Jean-Michel Basquiat.
You want to know I paint? You want to know I paint? That's why I paint. That's why I'm painting this right now.
Jean, I think you're attracted to violence.
No, man, violence is attracted to me.
Is that why your paintings are filled with so much death?
They're not. They are not. Where?
Where?
Where, Andy? Where's the death?
You
Where
got
is
two
it?
cops
You don't get
beating
it.
up
We've been
the-
working together
No,
on all
I
these
don't-
paintings,
I
and you still don't get it.
No, so what are they filled with? Tell me.
I'm
What-
trying to
what?
raise the dead. You know? I want to bring the dead back. You want to know I paint? You want to know I paint? That's why I paint. That's why I'm painting this right now. I'm painting this right now. It's for Michael. Okay, it's for Michael, man. It's not for Bruno. It's not for Shafrazi's or some fucking buyer, man. It's for Michael. It's for Michael, man. It's for Michael in Bellevue, and if I just...
And if you just what? If you just What, Jean? Explain.
Where I
Keep
come
going.
from, we don't talk about everything, we just do it, okay, Andy? I'm not talking anymore. Words are your thing, man. I'm sick of playing by your rules, man.
Yeah, you have to explain this one, Jean. You're painting the beating of Michael, for Christ's sake. He's in a coma in Bellevue, and if you, Jean,
If I paint it right, the right colors, the right symbols, the right magical properties, he'll recover. He'll wake up. No bruises, no cuts. Paintings can have supernatural powers if you imbue them with it.